For this video for Thursday, March 28th, 2013, we're looking for a little buy opportunity potentially on the pound Aussie. So we are going to go jump into the charts and show you the options that we see, the possibilities that we see on that pound Aussie. So let's jump on over to the charts, take a look. All right, so we're down here. We'll start with the weekly chart. This trade's a little bit against the monthly chart, which is fine. We're down near a pretty significant support area down here, which is right around this sort of 4,500 area, give or take. It's sort of the last jumping spot, though, because if you go back in history, there's there's not a lot of history, you know, from these charts going back to October of '98. January of whatever that is, 99, we're definitely all-time lows down here. So nevertheless, we're down there a ways. We have a pretty good support area down around 4,500 we're bouncing up from. Now, if you'll recall in our previous video, I think it was the one from the 25th, we talked about watching for multiple candles in an area like this. See all these rejection candles, tails holding up a support area. Here's 3 or 4 of them holding up a resistance area up here. Watching for those type of candles to set up. Right, here's a whole bunch in a support area that bounced up. Some bounces are significantly larger than others, of course. There's multiple candles and that bounced up, but you know, it doesn't seem like much, but that's several hundred pips down near a known support area. So that's an important scenario to pay attention to when you're at significant areas of support or resistance for our system. That being said, we're beginning to get that look on the weekly chart down here. All right, so that tells us we may get some buying rejection on that weekly chart. The daily then is trying to head up from our system's perspective into a little buy trend. It's going to bump into this resistance here in the next 25-30 pips. So ideally what we'd like to see from this scenario is, with all these weekly rejection candles, we'd like to see this be able to, it's going to go to these red dots, which is last month's low, and right now it's currently acting as a high. On our charts, the red dots are a specified period of time's previous low, and the blue dots are a previous high. So we'd like to at least be able to trade back toward those red dots. And then if we break through those red dots on the pound Aussie, we'd like to see it head up toward 47.65 to 48.65, which would be up in this region. There's 47.65, give or take. And then here's 48.65. That's a really good one. It's right up there. That's close enough at those tops. And then once we get up there, I really think there's going to be a nice sell back, because you'll have a monthly downtrend at that point that's strong to the sell side from our system. You have a weekly downtrend that has retraced to the sellers in this downtrend, and I think there could be a good selling opportunity up in that region. But that will be down the road, and we'll talk more about that if it happens. You know, trading is all about making a plan and then waiting for that plan to occur or not. And if it happens, then it seems to me like there could be some really good selling up in that region if we get up there. But in the now moment, let's get back to the buying discussion. We also have a 4-hour uptrend, and I want preferably to get this buy opportunity before we make it all the way up to 46.25. So we still have a little bit of time here, but you'll notice from this resistance area there's 2 scenarios that essentially seem to occur. First one is it pulls back to about this region. See this rejection tailed candle, and this tailed candle, and this tailed candle right here. There's like a little area of support that it seems to find about, I don't know, I would say half the time or better for a buy opportunity, right around that 45, let's say, round figures, 45.40 region. So that seems like a buy zone where a potential buy trade could occur there. And then another place where you can see obvious areas of support after hitting up in this region is down near 4,500. All right. So let's put that in there like that. So then that gives us the opportunity to, with the weekly rejection candles and the trying to newly emerge daily uptrend and the uptrend established on the 4-hour chart, it gives us an opportunity to buy back into that trend in and around those support areas that have happened in the past. All right, so those are definitely some areas that we'd be looking for some buying opportunities. You know, yesterday we talked about the Euro New Zealand. So let me just pop that up real quick here. And in that video, that was on the 27th of March. If you want to go back and check back, we talked about a potential sell level at 53.50, and then another one up at 54.25. So 53.50 did indeed hit, and so far it's sold off about 35 pips. Now for our system, the way we trade, that would have a stop loss to break even. And in fact, today during our live trading webinar that we hold where we talk about our system and live trades, each day during the US market, we actually put a little buy trade in. It didn't go very far, but that was a little mini buy trade for us that had at one point maybe 20-25 pips, and then we moved our stop to break even, took some profit, and then it came back and gave us a stop out for break even. So we've had those opportunities here for the sell from yesterday, based on the levels we talked about, and then the buy here we gave out today in the room. So the Euro New Zealand so far has bounced from that region, and we still feel like that if it bought up and made it to this next spot, there could be another selling opportunity. Just as a reminder. Okay, folks, so that's what we're looking for. The potential buy trade on the pound Aussie at those levels that we mentioned. We'll see what transpires here for Thursday, March 28, 2013. And we'll see you in the next installment for our next analysis. Take care, everybody.